Lake Music Society, it is my pleasure to introduce Land of the Sky Men's Chorus.
What a wonderful day, what a glorious day. The whole world is coming alive. Who would have buy this wonderful morning, such a sky you never did see? Who will tie it up with a ribbon and put it in a box for me, so I can see it at my leisure whenever things go wrong, and I can keep it as a treasure to last my whole life long. Won't somebody come and buy this wonderful feeling? I'm so high, I swear I could fly. Me, oh my, I don't want to lose it. So what am I to do to keep the sky so blue? There must be someone who will buy. Must be someone who will come and buy.
Where have you been all of our lives? Holy mackerel, look at this crowd. Wow. So we are the Land of the Sky Chorus. Our home base is in Asheville, but we actually have guys who live and are here who drove all the way here from Franklin to be here to sing for. I know. They come to Asheville every Tuesday to rehearse with us. So just saying, for you guys who are driving and want to come and do stuff like, Tuesdays, or guys come from Franklin. We're going to sing a bunch of songs for you tonight, just about everything we know. One of the great things about barbershop harmony is that it is pretty much amenable to any type of song. So there's the old-fashioned barbershop songs, and there's some newer stuff from the Great American Songbook, which I'm sure you're all familiar with. We're going to sing one of those, a Great American Songbook song now, and it goes something like this. I never could carry a tune, never knew where to start. Then you came along just when everything was wrong, and put a song in my heart. Dear, when you smiled at me, I heard a melody. It haunted me from the start. Something inside of me started a symphony. Zing went the strings of my heart. My heart rang. Zing was like a breath of spring. Zing, I heard a robin sing. Zing, about a nest set apart. And then all nature seemed to be in perfect harmony. Zing went the strings of my heart. Your eyes made skies sing blue again.
I still recall the thrill, and I guess I always will. I hope it will never depart. Here with your lips to mine, I hear a song divine. Sing with the strings of mine, sing with the strings of mine, sing with the strings of my heart.
Good evening, good evening. So one of the things that we're asked a lot of times as barbershoppers is what exactly is barbershop? What defines the barbershop sound? So many times with our audiences, we like to do a demonstration of kind of what the four voice parts actually are and how they contribute to that sound. So the first part that we have is our lead part. So the lead typically sings the melody of the song. So melody of a song is really, if you heard a solo, that's kind of what you're going to hear. And it's really the part that if you just hear a song being played, it's usually the part you pick out. It's what most people naturally hear. So in a little different things, in classical music, this is normally put in the soprano line or in the top voice part. So classical and your hymns, that's where you normally hear that. In barbershop, we do it a little different. We actually put that in the second tenor line. So you actually hear a higher voice part over the melody line, but we still make sure you can hear it and pick that out. So if you heard the lead line alone, it might sound something like this.
Heart of my heart, I love you. Life would be naught without you.
The next part that we have is our bass line. So the bass line actually is in the voice part range similar to what your classical bass would sound. So it's the deepest male voice part. So in this, the bass part for barbershop is extremely important because they really hold the foundation of our sound. They're what supports us. They're what keeps us holding through and moving and sustains all of the chords. So what the bass part alone might sound like would be something like this.
Heart of my heart, I love you. Life would be naught without you. Whoa.
So the bass part is really the lowest part that you typically hear when you hear us singing. So if we talk about the lowest part, we want to talk about the highest part. So that voice part is called the tenor in barbershop, and the tenor does sing the highest part most of the time. The only time we might not is if maybe the melody line goes particularly high or there's a reason in the chord structure we want to support it differently. But typically we are the highest part that you hear. And the tenor part in barbershop is also a little different because that's actually more of what your traditional, like your alto would be. So we sing a little bit higher than the normal tenor sings. But tenor alone might sound something like this.
Heart of my heart, I love you. Life would be naught without you.
And the final part cannot go without mentioning. So the baritone barbershop singer is like no other voice part of any other type of music. So sometimes with the baritone, we'll call them the anti-lead or the anti-melody because they're actually singing the opposite of the melody line. So if the melody line's in a particularly high place in the range, the baritone might fill out a lower note. If the melody goes lower, the baritone might sing a higher note. And they're really what's integral in providing the fourth part. And without them, we don't create the barbershop sound. And this is what it sounds like.
Heart of my heart, I love you.
unbelievable? How do they? It's impossible. It's impossible.
So, of course, the magic happens when we put all 4 of those parts together. So we're going to demonstrate the whole song now, adding all 4 of those parts, and see if you can pick out the different parts that we just discussed, but ultimately, listen to them all together, because that's what makes barbershop barbershop.
Thanks. That song is a classic barbershop harmony song. That song was written in about 1890, and the style that was popular back then was preserved through the development of the Barbershop Harmony Society, which started in 1938. So there was that 40-year period when nothing was happening, no barbershop whatsoever, none. And then finally, guys got together and said, hey, you know, there's some songs that we like to sing. We should do those. And that's how this hobby started. So it's an awful lot of fun, and we really enjoy it. What we'd like to do next for you is a song that is another classic of the barbershop style. It's one that you hear a lot, and it's actually considered one of the standards of barbershop harmony. And it's called From the First Hello to the Last Goodbye. Did I get that right? Oh, good.
Yes.
There's a cheat sheet over there, and I didn't look. So
We're wondering where you're measured.
our song, let's go Thank you very much. So I have to tell a little story here, about one of our guys here, Bob Burns over here. Bob, it's a little embarrassing, but I think Bob can take it. Bob moved down here a few years ago from Vermont, right, Bob? From Vermont, and Bob decided that he wanted to get into chicken farming. It's a thing to do, You get eggs and so chicken farming. So he went to the store, the feed and seed place, and he says, I want 200 chickens. And they go, wow, that's a lot of chickens. You're got a big facility? So I said, yeah, I got a nice place. It's going to be good. I want 200 chickens. And whew, wow. And he says, yeah, okay. And so he kind of backed his Subaru up into the thing. Beep, beep, beep. Because Asheville, he's, West Asheville too, right, Bob? Yep. If you move to West Asheville, you have to drive a Subaru. It's the law. So he backed up his Subaru and 200 chicks and off he went. 2 weeks later, Bob comes back to the feed and seed and goes, I need 200 more chicks. Whoa, wow, that's all. And you just bought 200. There's only 2 weeks later. You're going to get 200 more. Says, yeah. I unfortunately they all died. It didn't work. So the guy says, well, are you sure you want to get 200 more? You don't want to start? No, I really need 200 more. I think I got it figured out. So it was a matter of, I didn't know whether I should plant them too deep or too close together.
That's our Bob.
That's our Bob. Bob, you have no chickens anymore, do you, Bob? No chicken. He tried. No. Feet first. Feet first. So we would like to. We would like to continue with some singing now. This song. How many? Oh gosh, this is probably the dumbest question I'm going to ask tonight. How many of you folks have grandchildren? That was really shocking, grandchildren. So you probably have all seen the movie Toy Story about 150,000 times. I'm sure, yeah. So the next song we're going to do for you is from the movie Toy Story. And we like to steal songs from everywhere. So we're going to sing this for you now. First chord.
Out among the stars I sail, way beyond the moon. In my silver ship I sail, in a dream that ended too soon. Now I know exactly who I am and what I'm here for. And I will go sailing no more. All the things I thought I'd been, all the brave things I've done, vanished like a snowflake with the rising of the sun. Never more to sail my ship where no man has gone before. And I will go
While they go off the stage, are you having fun? Are you? We are, I know that. We love to sing to a great audience. You guys have been wonderful. But this is a very special year, 2015. It marks the 80th anniversary of the skit that we're about to do for you, that was done in 1935, which I know all of you were too young to have heard that. Anyway, in 1935 on the radio, this was first done, and we're going to pay tribute to Bud Abbott and Lou Costello and give you Who's on First.
I understand you've been named manager of the local team.
Why, yes, I have, as a matter of fact.
Well, you know how much I love baseball. I wonder if you could introduce me to some of the guys in the team.
Oh, sure, that's not a problem. But you know, nowadays they give ball players peculiar names.
Funny names?
Well, no, nicknames, pet names. Like on our team, we have who's on first, what's on second, I don't know's on third.
But do you know their names?
Well, yeah, sure, I'm telling you. Who's on first, what's on second, I don't know's on third.
But I want to know the names of the guys in the team. So tell me the name of the first baseman.
Who?
The guy on first.
Who?
The fella playing first base.
Who's on first?
What are you asking me for?
No, I'm not asking you. I'm telling you who's on first.
I'm asking you who's on first.
That's the man's name.
That's whose name?
Yes.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
Who?
The guy on first.
Who?
The fella playing first base.
Who's on first?
Have you got a first baseman?
Certainly.
Then who's playing first base?
Absolutely.
Look, at the end of the month, you got to pay off the first baseman.
Yeah.
Okay, so who gets the money?
Every dollar. Why shouldn't he? The man earns it.
Who does?
Yes.
So who gets it?
Of course. Well, sometimes his wife picks it up for him.
Whose wife?
Yes. Don't get upset. This man works hard for that money.
Who does?
Absolutely.
Look, all I want to know is, what's the name of the guy on first base?
No. What's the name of the guy on second base?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
He's on third. We're not even talking about him.
How'd I get over to third base already?
Well, you mentioned his name.
If I mention the third baseman's name, who did I say playing third base?
Who's on first?
Stay off of first, will ya?
Well, what do you want me to do?
All I want to know is, what's the name of the guy on third base?
No, what's the name of the guy on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
He's on third.
There you go, back to third base again.
Well, I can't help it.
All I want to know is, what's the name of the guy on third base?
No, what's the name of the guy on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
Third base.
Have you got an outfield?
Of course.
Tell me the left fielder's name.
Why?
Oh, just out of the blue, I thought I'd ask you.
Well, I thought I'd tell you.
Well, go ahead. Who's playing left field?
Who's on first?
Stay out of the infield, will ya?
What do you want me to do?
All I want to know is, what's the name of the guy in left field?
What's the name of the guy on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
Third base.
And the left fielder's name?
Why?
Because.
No, he's in center field.
What, you got because in center field.
That's correct.
And in right field?
Nobody.
You don't have anybody in right field?
Sure, we got nobody in right field.
Okay, a batter hits a fly ball to right field.
Uh-huh.
Isn't anybody going to chase it?
No, nobody's going to chase it.
Well, somebody better chase it, because you don't have anybody in right field.
Calm down. It's taken care of.
You got a pitcher on this team?
Now, wouldn't this be a silly team without a pitcher?
I don't know. Tell me the pitcher's name.
Tomorrow.
Why didn't you want to tell me today?
I'm telling you.
Well, go ahead.
Tomorrow.
What time?
What time what?
What time tomorrow? You're going to tell me who's pitching.
Now look, who is not pitching?
I'll break your arm if you tell me who's on first again.
What do you want me to do?
All I want to know is, what's the pitcher's name?
What's on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
Third base.
You got a catcher?
Of course.
Tell me the catcher's name.
Today?
Today and tomorrow's pitching.
Now you got it.
All I have is you got 2 days on this tape.
I can't help that.
Okay, well, I used to be a pretty good catcher.
I know.
Okay, now, let's say I'm catching.
Uh-huh.
All right, now, tomorrow throws the ball, and a guy bunts the ball.
Of course.
Well, now, me being a good catcher, I want to throw the guy out at first base.
Yeah.
So I pick up the ball, and I throw it to who?
That's the first thing you said right all night.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
But that's all you have to do.
Is throw it to first.
Sure.
Then who gets it?
Naturally.
Who gets it?
Naturally.
Naturally?
Naturally.
Okay.
All right, now you got it.
Okay. I pick up the ball and I throw it to naturally.
No. You have to throw the ball to first base.
Then who gets it?
Naturally.
Okay.
All right.
So I pick up the ball and I throw it to naturally.
No. You have to throw it to who?
Naturally.
Yes, now say it that way.
That's what I said.
No, it is not.
I said I pick up the ball and I throw it to naturally.
But you don't. You throw it to who?
Naturally.
Yes.
So I pick up the ball and throw it to first. Then who gets it?
Naturally.
He'd better get it. Okay, a batter comes up and the next batter butts the ball, and this time I throw it to whoever it is on first base, but he drops the ball.
Okay.
So the runner goes to second. Okay, then somebody throws it to what? What throws it to? I don't know. Throws it back to tomorrow. Double play.
That could happen.
Okay. Next batter up, it's a long fly ball to because. Why? I don't know. He's on third, and I don't give a darn.
What? What did you say?
I said I don't give a darn.
That's our shortstop. Thank you. I want you to know that took 6 months to learn. 6 months, yes. Well, now for your listening enjoyment, from the ranks of our Land of the Sky Chorus, we give you the quartet. What's the name of the What are we here for?
That's rhetorical.
I thought Watt was on second, by the way. Ba-doom doom 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 ba-doom doom 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 ba-doom doom 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 ba-doom doom doom ba-doom
I do is dream of you the whole night through,
with the dawn I still go on, dreaming of you and only you. Your every thought, your everything, your every song I ever sing. Summer, winter, autumn, and spring. And were there more than 24 hours in the day, they'd be spent in sweet content, just dreaming away, when skies are gray, when skies are blue, morning, noon, and nighttime too. All I do the whole day through is dream of you. We're singing all I do the whole day through is dream of you and only you. With the dawn I still go on, dream of dear little you. When skies are gray, even when they're blue, they're blue. Summer, winter, even in the spring and in the autumn too. And were there more than 24 hours in each and every day, they'd be spent in sweet content, dreaming away every day. When skies are gray, when skies are blue, morn and nighttime too. All I do the whole day through is dream. I'm dreaming a dream, just dreaming. I'll dream a little dream. Ba-doom doom 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 ba-doom doom 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 ba-doom doo ba-da-doom. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you're familiar with this song, but considering our age, we had to change one word in the song. But if you pay close attention, I think you'll know which word we changed. Do 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 do.
Bum 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 bum.
When I get older, losing my hair,
So
many years from now, will you still be sending me a Valentine? Birthday greetings, bottle of wine.
if I've been out till 2:45,
Would you lock the door? Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 84?
doom 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 doom.
You'll be older too. And if you say the word,
Maybe
I could stay with you. Do 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 do.
I can be handy mending a fuse just
When your lights have gone, you can knit a sweater by the fireside. Sunday morning, go for a ride.
doing the garden, digging the weeds.
Who could ask for more?
Will you still need me?
Will you still feed me when I'm 84? Every summer we can rent a cottage in the Isle of Wight if it's not too dear.
Not too dear.
We shall scrimp and save. Grandchildren on your knee,
Little
Vera, Chuck, and Dave. Send me a postcard, drop me a line,
Please
stating point of view. Indicate precisely what you mean to say. You're sincerely wasting away.
give me your answer.
Fill in a form, mine forevermore. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 84? When I'm 84.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Doom, 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 ba doo ba doo doo, ba doo ba doo ba doo doo, ba doo ba doo doo doo, ba doo ba doo doo, ba doo ba doo ba doo doo, ba doo ba doo doom doom, ba doo ba doo doo, ba doo ba doo ba doo doo, ba doo ba doo doom doom, ba doo ba doo doo. Ba-doo, 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 doo. Ba-doo, ba-doo, doom, doom. Ba-doo, ba-doo, doo. Ba-doo, 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 doo. Ba-doo, ba-doo, doom, doom. Ba-doo. Ba-doom, doom, doom, doom.
Trailer for sailor and rooms that have been beset. No phone, no food, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes. How about 2 hours of pushing broom buys a 8 by 12 4-bit room? I'm a man of means by no means
Thanks. I have to ask a question. So how many of you guys have never heard a barbershop chorus before live and in person? What, did you come in late? We've been here like for half an hour. Sorry, you missed half the show. It's so sad, so sad. So I have to tell you about Bob.
Again.
Yeah. So Bob decides that chicken farming just wasn't going to work out for him. And he decides he's going to be like one of these guys, you know, like you see with the trailers, the get things like at auction, and you know all the worn out stuff. And he says you find treasures in there. And so we went with him to this one thing where he was buying one of those U-Haul, those things, the storage things, those things. Yeah, the storage things. Storage. And he says, Kevin. I go, Bob, what? He says, there's a Stradivarius and a Rembrandt in there. A Stradivarius and a Rembrandt in there. Shh. Don't tell anybody. Stradivarius and a Rembrandt. And I go, Bob, I seriously doubt it. He says, we're going to bid on this. You have money, right? You're going to help me with this. And I go, okay, so whatever. So we start bidding, and for whatever reason, the bid goes higher and higher and higher. He's tapped out. He gets my money, and well, finally he won. And so he gets this box. He says, I know it. We run over to the appraiser, and he says, Stradivarius and a Rembrandt is in there. And the appraiser carefully examines all the articles, and he says, well, Bob, I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is yes, indeed, there is a Stradivarius and a Rembrandt in that box. The bad news is Stradivarius couldn't paint with a darn, and Rembrandt knew nothing about making violins.
Can we auction him off?
Poor Bob. Nothing works out for him. We'd like to. Oh. No. Yeah. Changing plans. We would like to sing for you a song that James Taylor wrote, and it was arranged for us as a special arrangement. So you will not hear anybody sing this arrangement of this song anywhere in the world because it's ours. The song is called Lonesome Road.
Walk down that lonesome road all by yourself. Don't turn your head back over your shoulder, and only stop to rest yourself when the silver moon is shining high above the trees. If I had stopped to listen once or twice, if I had closed my mouth and opened my eyes, if I had cooled my head and warmed my heart, I'd not be on this road tonight. Carry on, never mind feeling sorry for yourself. It doesn't save you from your troubled mind. Walk down that lonesome road all by yourself. Don't turn your head back over your shoulder, the silver moon is shining high above the trees.
That arrangement was by a guy named Scott Eggert, who was a member of our course, who is now in the University of Georgia getting his PhD in music. Did a pretty good job, didn't he? So now comes the part where you guys get to do some singing. That's right. That's right. Now, I'm sure you all know the song Let Me Call You Sweetheart. Can I have an A sharp? No, let's have a B flat instead. Let me call you. You know that song? Sing, everybody sing Let Me Call You Sweetheart. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. Keep the love light glowing in your eyes so true. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Good, and this is such a special audience. Give yourselves a hand, that was great. You guys know that song. You guys know that song. So you know it so well, we're going to put a little challenge to this song, a little challenge. Now, some of you, so how many were teachers in a previous? Okay, good. So you can, a lot of them. So we were going to sing "Let Me Call You Sweetheart" again, but we're going to leave out all the pronouns. Now you can turn to all those people who raise their hand and ask them what's a pronoun. And they will say it's a noun that earns money. No, it's the me and you and I and those kind of things. So we're going to leave out all the pronouns. It'll sound something. I'll give you a little hint. You know, it's going to go, let call sweetheart in love with, and it's going to go on from there. So everybody take it, and we're going to go. It's going to be a big finish and everything. Here we go, everybody, leave out the pronouns. Here we go, and let call sweetheart in love with. Let hear whisper that love to keep the love light glowing in eyes so true. Let call sweetheart in love with you. You did great. Give yourselves a hand. That's my favorite sing-along for a crowd like this. It just is. It just is. Thank you so much. Okay, good. Let me see. We did that one. We did that one.
Up to the top.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Okay, cool. We're gonna do a Beach Boys song.
Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama. Key Largo, Montego, baby, why don't we go down to Kokomo? We'll get there fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go, way down in Kokomo, off the Florida Keys. Florida Keys, there's a place called Kokomo. away from it all, away from it all. Money's in our sand, tropical drink melting in your hand. We'll be falling in love to the rhythm of a steel drum band. Down in Coca, Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego, baby, why don't we go down to Kokomo? We'll get there fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go, way down in Kokomo, Kokomo, way down in Kokomo, Kokomo, way down in Kokomo, off the Florida Keys.
Thanks. This next song was made popular by the great Louis Armstrong. And as the story goes, and I'm telling this, it's a twice told tale, so who knows if it's true or not. As the story goes, Louis Armstrong had just come off his biggest hit, Hello, Dolly. And the producers, his record producers, wanted him to do another kind of a jazz kind of thing, kind of like that. And he was going, no, man, I really like this song. We're going to do this song. And so he, in secret, got his band together. And they went to this place, and it was train going around and just disturbing him. About every third take, they'd have to stop because the train would come by. And the producers caught wind of this, and he's pounding on the door saying, you can't record that song, you can't record that song. And in the middle of it, he just kind of went, isn't it a wonderful world? And that's the song we're going to sing for you now.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world, what a world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright, blessed day, the dark, sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world, wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world, wonderful world.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce our next song to you.
Catherine Bates, an English teacher from Massachusetts, was touring and came to Pikes Peak. And she was so inspired that she wrote a poem about that. Back home, about 10 years later, Sam Ward, a parish organist, already had a tune prepared. The name of it was, or the tune was, "O Mother, Dear Jerusalem." Well, the poem and the song got together, and they produced our next song for us. We hope you enjoy our rendition of America the Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful for patriot dream that sees beyond the years, thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, 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 God shed his grace on thee and crowned thy good with brotherhood. From sea to brightly shining sea, America, America, America.
Thank you so much. We're gonna sing one final song for you, because that's the last one we know. No kidding, Ed, there's a list and everything, and that's all the ones we know. We're gonna sing one final song for you. We thank you for coming out. As I understand it, there are some barber shoppers, from some ex-barber shoppers in the crowd. Over there, ex-barber shoppers. You're never an ex-barber shop. So there's gonna be a little something afterwards, and we're gonna be floating around, and we're gonna sing a tag with you, my friend. We are gonna sing. You and I are gonna sing a tag for sure. Yeah. And anybody else who wants to sing a tag, we will be there. We're gonna leave you with one last song. My good friend Pete is gonna direct that song, and the song's called "An Irish Blessing."
May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face.
Mr. Kevin Karras. Thank you very much.